Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite podcast, The Plant-Based Bros. You already know we're back at it. We thank you for being back for another episode. I'm Ant, here with the one and only,
your boy Meeks.
Yes, sir.
What's up, familia? How are we today? This fine, excellent day.
I'm doing great this day. Just blessed, living another day, going through it. You know, life comes at you, but you gotta just keep going. And
that's me, dog.
How you doing?
Right there, you see that?
Oh,
hey, ooh, Bob left. Ooh, Bob right. Here we go. Bob back.
Gosh.
Bob on back. Wow, what a way to start.
Yeah,
talk about life.
Whiplash
talk
for
about
a
dodging.
second.
Yeah, talk about dodging ish. You know. Oof.
Woo.
None of that split.
Whoa.
You know? Oof.
Banana split, boy.
Well, good thing we're in a giggly mood because to start off today's episode, we're gonna hit y'all with a joke of the day.
What?
Purpose of the joke of the day is to make the other brother laugh. If you don't make the other brother laugh, you get no points.
That's right.
If the other person makes the other laugh, that's the joke of the day winner. Okay? Just made up those rules on the fly and didn't even know I was gonna tell them that. After we do the joke of the day, y'all, we're gonna go into a very good quote of the day. We're going to go ahead and talk about a pretty sport-heavy episode, I would say. We had some pretty cool experiences. Shout out my homie Ethan hooking us up with some dope spring training tickets to see the Yankees playing the Twins, which was dope. We went to the World Baseball Classic, which is where this hat is. That flag actually went with us to the game because, of course, we got to rep DR and have a good time, which we did. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. And then, of course, we always talk about our footy teams, and there's quite a lot to unpack about some teams, some good, some bad. Malakia, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe you know what. So,
yeah.
All right, brother. You try and get me to laugh with your joke of the day first.
Oof.
Hit me.
All right.
Set the
so
tone.
you hit me with the rules.
I did.
Gosh.
I gotta try and keep a straight face.
All right. Man, it's like I had one already ready, but then
I
you
had
brought
a really funny one that you did
the rules
before
out.
we started recording, and it had me like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did have
it had me ja-ja-ja, you know?
Okay.
Unfortunate. Here we go. Let me know when you're ready. People at home are waiting.
Okay, I actually got a good one. This is a good one. All right,
Cool.
Thank you for staying tuned. Here we go. What did one hat say to the other? Stay here, I'm going on ahead.
Bingham, bingham.
Crowd goes
The
wild.
delivery wasn't very stellar. You kind of said it too quick, man.
Did I?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hit me.
All right, bro. Let me ask you this.
Keep going back and
Let me ask you this, brother. What do you call a blind deer?
A blind deer?
A blind deer.
A speed bump?
Nah, if you don't know, I have no idea.
Curse this mind.
You know, see, it's all about the delivery, champion.
Can I hit you with the first one that I was thinking of?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I was gonna,
Once again, here we go.
I was gonna say I don't trust those trees. They seem kind of shady.
Yeah, that was good. I'm sorry.
No, it's alright. No, it's
That was
cool.
a good one.
So
That was a good time. All right, y'all.
for you.
If you're on the YouTubes, what?
I said for you.
Oh, dang.
I was like, damn.
No, it's all right, brother. Hey,
It's alright.
we can't win them all.
You can't win
You
them.
win some, you lose some.
What a lesson right
Anyways, nah, but you're always winning, bro. That's how it is. Anyways, if you have a funny joke, drop it in the comments for us.
W's.
If it's funny, we'll like it.
Yeah, let's get a joke of the day going in the comments
let's
section.
get a little jokes.
Wherever you are.
Yeah, let's get like a little joke flow going. You know what I'm saying? I like
Joke
I like
flow?
that. Now, brother, after taking my W in the joke of the day, part of our episode, let me hit you with the quote of the day.
Why not?
Brought to you by the man that invented the big stick. Political term. Mr. Teddy Roosevelt. All right.
I remember learning that.
And Mr. Teddy Roosevelt said as such. And I say said because your boy R.I.P. I had to say it like that.
Just keep on pushing,
Keep
brother.
on pushing, brother. Here we go. I'm going to keep on keeping on. So Mr. Teddy Roosevelt, he said, comparison is the thief of joy. Thoughts?
Comparison is a thief of joy. Well said, Teddy. well said.
Well said, Teddy.
No,
that is
but
very well said by
no,
Teddy.
yeah, no, that's really well said. I think
I approve.
I approve this message.
Hand on my heart.
Oh, okay.
Proud to be an American.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go.
I know I'm free, baby. You know.
That's right. No, comparison is the thief of joy. I wish that's something I kind of learned earlier on in maybe like high school, or
That's
even
deep.
no, not even. I'd say I'd take that all the way down to middle school, because middle school is a tough time where you're like really becoming aware.
Dude, you're comparing yourself a lot in middle school. I used to be like, man, bro, I'm not dripped out like this other kid because he's got 7 silly bands and I got 3.
And then they banned them. If you know, you know. At least where we were, they banned those silly bands.
For the silly bands.
Gosh, that thing was crazy. What a crazy
phenomenon.
What a crazy time.
What a phenomenon.
Comment down below if you remember silly bands.
Yeah, comment down below your favorite animal silly band that you had.
I think I had like a cool lion one.
I had like a rhinoceros one that was really cool.
Stop
It was really
playing.
weird to wear on the wrist though, because the rhinoceros is very specific, so they'd be like really crinkly.
A little weird.
You know what silly bands are? We'll just little picture right here. Boop.
There you go.
Alright, sorry. Continue on with your comparisons. Middle school, because you were saying
Middle school, yeah. I think that's a big time that you're really just kind of comparing. You're seeing who's around you. You're trying to fit in with anything. But I will say, even if you are like a middle school listener right now, I think it's a huge thing to not compare yourself to others. We all have a very specific process that is unique to us.
Ooh.
And that like genuinely you just have to go along with that process. If you're comparing along the way, you're not going to see, you might get blocked off literally from your own mind just because you're comparing to others. You're seeing that your process is maybe not there yet. You see that along the way you're not where you want to be just yet. You could see another person's progress and think like, oh, I'll never get there,
or that you're not doing enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
it can really put some negative thoughts in your mind, really taking away that joy, right, that you could be experiencing just living your everyday life, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just shouldn't compare. Comparison, you should compare yourself to like how you were in the previous day. I genuinely think so. I mean, I think we should try to evolve on a daily basis. That should be a mindset that anyone could kind of open up their eyes to and see that if you're genuinely trying to reflect on how you were maybe this one day and how you're trying to be the next day, that could take you just day by day.
Yeah, it's a good thing to adopt. Yeah, bro, honestly, and a lot of times we really do talk about comparing oneself and fitness journeys, right? You know, we always talk about how, of course, there's different mentalities that you want to adopt so that you can really get optimal input in your life, not only mentally, like Ant is really pointing out, but even physically, right? Like we've mentioned before, time and time again on the podcast, we've said, like, what's the point of comparing yourself to one person's body when they might be natty or not, right? What's the point of comparing yourself to one person's body when they have a complete different genetic makeup than you, and you look like a completely different person, you have a completely different body type? So a lot of times there's really no point in really, again, letting a comparison steal the joy that you might have of the great pump that you have. A lot of times people are like, oh man, I have a great pump, but I'm not as big as that guy. But it's like, dude, what's the point, right? You're already taking away your joy immediately. All those endorphins that you just got from doing a great workout, doing and, you know, pushing yourself to the absolute limit, and then out of nowhere, you just throw all that work out the window mentally, and like there's really no point in that. So I think it's a very strong quote that holds really well in not only a mental game, but really also like in a physical aspect as well.
I also think that's pretty prevalent to comparing our diet to other people.
100%.
You know, I'm like, we're vegan. We're not saying that you have to go vegan.
No.
We see the different benefits, and we'll provide more benefits in how it's impacted our lives more
How we
across time.
personally feel,
Right, how it's been unique to us. But there's other people who have different diets and stuff.
100%.
So I mean, just
there's people even who have like the words are fun sometimes. There's people that even have to have certain dietary restrictions because of their health, right? Like there's some people that have like gluten allergies and like different things like that. So like, again, it's so hard to compare to maybe like a general public or a general crowd because so many people are so individualized. I mean, we as humans, we all have a different brain. That already separates us as is, right? There's so many things that make us different. Yes, there's a lot of things that make us similar as well, but what's the point of looking at the similarities? Identify the differences, sit with them, enjoy them, right? Like, don't like feel ashamed of them or anything like that, you know? Like, own them, confront them, and then, you know, just do the best for yourself. At the end of the day, like, people are so focused on doing what other people are doing. Nah, dude, focus on what's best for you. Capital Y-O-U. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, bro. Easy money snack.
That's right. Honestly, yeah, I think that's very well said.
Appreciate you, bro.
What's our next topic of the day, brother?
So, yeah, bro, the other day, we did back-to-back baseball games. So one of them was like really hot in the sun. The other one was indoors. So we hit on I want to say it was like a Monday. around like 1-ish. Went
Yeah,
to
that was
see
the
the
game time
Yankees
start.
we went and saw the Yankees versus the Twins, which was really dope. My homie Ethan hooked us up with some really dope seats like right behind home plate, which was like the closest we've like really been, even if it's a spring training game in like a smaller stadium. It was super dope.
it like
We
the
saw some
third
Yankees
row?
prospects. What's up?
Like the third row right behind home
Yeah, just
plate.
about like, it was like the third row from home
Crazy.
plate. Yeah, like I was honestly like in awe of just like the view of everything. Like you could see everything so up close, like the mannerisms of every player, the way they prepare, the way they like, you know, get really locked in, and the way they kind of just engage in like every single aspect of the game. It was really dope.
Absolutely. It was really cool, like, to just see, you see the preparations on TV all the time,
Right.
you know. I mean, even from my perspective, like when I used to play baseball, and like it's so simplified in the terms of like you're just seeing the professionals do it. You're seeing them, you know, warm up. Everyone's just on the fence, you know. They might not be cheering as loud because in the professionals, you know, it's
Oh, 100%.
it's
It's a different atmosphere.
It's a different,
Yeah, it's a different
exactly. Yeah, you already have the fans doing like all that for you. So, but no, it was really cool to see like even the Yankees coach just like super up close, him locked in.
Yeah, that was cool.
He even asked a question to the umpire afterwards, like when the 15-second rule thing happened, after you had left, and it was so interesting to me because like I was like.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And yeah, but really piggybacking off of that 15-second rule that you were mentioning, it was really interesting to see like live in person that new MLB rule that they implemented with the whole pitch clock thing. That game moved so fast, dude. Like, I remember seeing like that we were like in the 6th inning in a matter of like in an hour and like 15 minutes. It was insane, dude. I was like, man, this thing is chugging along. Yeah,
chugging.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I think it's gonna help just the sport. In general, I think a lot of viewership could come from it a lot more now.
Yeah.
In terms of the games going quicker, like
100%.
baseball games drag along.
Yes, well said.
Long.
Yeah, if you're not aware, baseball games typically last a very long time. I think there was like a thing on Twitter that the first spring training game before the pitch clock last year was like 3 hours and like almost like 45 minutes, and then the first one this season was 2 hours and like 30 minutes or something like that. So that's a huge difference in terms of just because a lot of people are like, I don't watch baseball, it's boring, it's too long, man. But dude, baseball is lit. Speaking of baseball, lit.
Yeah. So I mean, into the next day, right after the Yankees Twins game, it was so cool. We went to the World Baseball Classic, and we went there 6 years ago.
Yep.
As well.
Yeah.
It'd be 4 years ago, but you know, when the pandemic hit and stuff.
Yeah.
However, excuse me, it was such a sick atmosphere. It was Dominican Republic versus Israel, right? And it was in Miami, the Marlins Stadium, and it was very insane to see. Honestly, the whole stadium. Yeah. The majority of this, I'd say like 95% of the stadium were Dominican fans, and it was just a huge party. Like you could look anywhere and just get locked in and see how many people were going crazy.
Yeah, people had like
moras,
so cool. Guidas, which are like a Dominican instrument and stuff like that. Like a whole bunch of like just plantains, flags, people dressed up, people rocking the colors, people repping our country, really dope and stuff like that. And it was a really good time, honestly. Mills and I met this famous Dominican actor who's like from like a legendary Dominican movie called Sunky Bunky. You know what I'm saying? And dude, it was a good time, honestly. I had a really, really good time. Like Ann was saying, the atmosphere at the World Baseball Classic is something that's like none other, and I really like wish other people would like talk about it more, you know, watch it more, because it's like a really well put on event, and it's really dope to see people just coming in mass amounts of numbers, flying in from their home country to come and see it. Like our mom was running into people she went to elementary school with in DR. So like, it's just really cool to see like how it brings countries together.
And you know, I kind of just like thinking about it now, I think one thing that doesn't bring so much attraction to it is, one, because baseball, right? You know, people think it takes like 5 ever, which it doesn't.
Yeah,
you know, if you're not a baseball watcher. But however, my clarification of point. Baseball, it's in the terms of the World Baseball Classic. I know it's like, I would say it's the compared to the World Cup. However, the World Cup goes on for longer. So I think with how quick the World Baseball Classic goes, not a lot of people even know when it comes. And then it's like,
that's a fair
when they find out it's every 4 years, it's like, oh, I think one of the things that, in comparison to the World Baseball Classic and the World Cup for soccer, the World Cup for soccer goes on a lot longer. It's a longer event. You know, they got group stages, and then you got the knockout rounds, and I just think the World Baseball Classic goes by a lot quicker. But it's been a great experience. I always like it. We always love watching it,
dude.
And
awesome time.
Right now,
especially seeing it live, dude. Like,
oh my gosh, seeing it live.
Having experienced it twice, dude. Even Excuse me, I was about to burp that Celsius I just had. Even sweeter the second time, man.
Yeah, absolutely. USA's versus Japan right now in the finals. I'll put
because unfortunately, after we saw DR beat Israel 10-0, which was dope to see, a lot of runs, a lot of fun. They unfortunately lost the next night to Puerto Rico. Right. You know, when you leave a lot of runners on base, that's what happens. And then Puerto Rico got eliminated by Mexico. And a lot of other teams have been eliminated. So like Ant said,
Japan beat Mexico. Now Japan's versus USA.
Yep. So now it's Japan versus USA in the World Baseball Classic final. All amongst all that fun with the World Baseball Classic, brother. Great UFC card on Saturday night.
Yeah. Great UFC. March Madness for UFC. Bro. Yeah.
UFC 286. Edwards Usman 3 did not fail to disappoint.
No, it did not.
Yeah, dude. Kind of from top to bottom, what I can really remember, because there was some fights here and there. It really wasn't like the most like action-packed card. It was very top-heavy in terms of like being a very like carried by the co-main in the main event. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The Brian Barberena fight with that. I think what was his name again? The Icelandic dude, the dude with the sick mustache. What was it, like Gunner or like Goonie or something? Let me look it up. I just put YFC 286. UFC 286. Very nice. Let me see here.
Yeah, he finished that.
Gunnar Nelson. His nickname was like Goonie or something, bro. What a ledge, bro. Yeah, he had a sick armbar. Oh, yeah, Marvin fought on that card. Yeah, good old Marvin, everybody's favorite Italian UFC fighter. Carbo load on the pasta. Yeah, bro, who doesn't love Marvin Vittori? If you don't know, honestly, if you can you throw up the picture of Marvin with his shorts backwards right here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, Marvin Vittori's a legend. You'll know after you see this picture right here of him taking this UFC photo shoot. This is how, I don't think scared, but I just think this is how, like, I think mentally, like, battling, fighting for a championship really kind of meant, like, you know, kind of tormented him a little bit because he's fighting Adesanya for the belt in this kind of embedded series. And in this photo shoot, they have him on video doing the entire photo shoot with his fight kit, which are just his shorts on backwards the entire time. So it's going to pop up that picture because he's a legend. Absolutely. And that picture is just way too funny, dude. Yeah. But yeah, so he fought on there. He got a good result against a guy that he used to train with, essentially. So I guess there was some sort of beef there.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that.
The Jennifer Maia fight with that one girl, I think the Scottish girl that fights in Australia, Casey O'Neill, aka Shaquille O'Neal. That was a good fight. Yeah, Jennifer Maia was piecing her up.
Piecing her up.
She was just too fast for her.
She was too quick. Dude, every time it was one shot, she delivered about like 4 or 5 back. It was actually super sick to watch.
Yeah, it was very impressive. Yeah, it was a very impressive performance from
Jennifer Maia. Didn't bang the whole time.
100%. And it was, it's a tough return for Casey O'Neal because she just came back from like a big layoff. I think they were saying like an ACL injury or something like that. I could be wrong. Just check me. But yeah, so that was a dope fight. I really enjoyed the Gaethje Fiziev fight.
That did
dude. Justin Gaethje never disappoints, dude. I can't believe he's really gotten that many fight of the night bonuses. Dude, he's got. What'd you say?
I was like, that did not fail to disappoint, and I was like, wait, failed to deliver? He's got more fight bonuses than like. He's gotten like extra fight bonuses.
I think he has the record for most fight bonuses.
Yeah, he does.
Honestly, bro, he's I mean, makes sense why he called himself the human highlight reel.
It was cool to see. Yeah, it was cool at the end. He was saying like this is his last title run.
Yes, I did see that.
That was
interesting.
Cool. He's saying,
because people.
I mean, he's getting old, man. He's getting older.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that was exactly where I was going to go. I'm glad you said it because I didn't mean to cut you off again.
No, you're good.
But it's true. It's very cool to see like when like I think UFC fighters like realize their mortality in the sport, right? They do realize, I can't do this forever at the highest level. So I'm going to, take advantage of what I've got going on, make one last run. If it doesn't work out, so be it. I already had an awesome career. And Justin Gaethje easily goes down as a Hall of Famer for all those bonuses and all the records that he set in the UFC. So hats off to him. Hope he has a good fight. It would be dope because he said he wants to get the Oliveira fight back. He wants to get it back because he thinks he can do that well. Yeah. I think that'd be a dope fight. There's people been saying they want to see Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier too, which I think would be another really good scrap. That would be a good title eliminator because Dustin Poirier also has been fighting well, and I think in his last fight he beat Michael Chandler. So they're
even
both
speaking of Michael Chandler and McGregor, when's that coming
on
out?
Tough? I have no idea. I think they were saying it's going to come out in the summer.
Okay.
There still has been no confirmation on them fighting because there's something with Conor and the USADA pool. I have to do more research to talk about that.
Probably. We could dive deep into
that. That fight hasn't even been confirmed yet, which is interesting. Moving up to the main event, the main card, or the main event of the main card. There we go. Words are fun.
Words.
Rocky versus Usman 3 was insane, dude. Super, super good game plan from Rocky. I think it was a way more competitive fight throughout all those rounds compared to that first fight when he hit him with the head shot dead, you know what I'm saying? In the pound for pound head shot dead. And it was crazy, dude. Leon came in with so much confidence, and as he should have, he's the champion. And winning a championship belt, and I think being in front of your home crowd, especially at the O2 in England, being from Birmingham and stuff like that. Well, born in Jamaica, growing up in Birmingham, I think you can't write a better story than that. Like, it was insane.
No, I mean, and a lot of people say that the atmosphere out there in England is huge, and that's something I want to experience, man. I mean, we have to catch like a Man U game, like across the pond, all that kind of stuff. That'd be cool, man.
Yeah, it'd be really sick to experience that. We definitely got some trips to Europe in our future. We'll definitely be hitting a Man U game, a Madrid game at some point. And that's quite the perfect segue right there, honestly.
Yeah, straight into it.
Updates on Man U. Man U are doing super well. Progressed in the Europa League, got past Real Betis with no problem, honestly. Madrid on the other side of in the Champions League was able to dispose of Liverpool with a little 6-2 aggregate score, little 1-0 result last time they were at the Bernabeu, which was dope. I'll start with the bad, which is just Madrid against Barca. I don't know what to say.
I can wrap it up with the good.
It's been tough. It's tough seeing them drop so many points in the league, drop games to Barcelona that are winnable, and just defend poorly. Like, it's super tough to see, and things will be on the up and up. Madrid has given me many moments, and as a fan, you got to stick by your team. Or as they say, hasta el final, vamos Real. And I stick to Madrid, by Madrid, till the end, bro. Like, not everything's gonna be amazing, bro. That's just real life. That's just real life. Not everything can be W's all around.
That's true.
Sometimes it's just the luck of the draw, and that's just the game. So hats off to Barca, I guess, because they're 12 points clear. Still plenty of games left to play, but that's still a four game advantage. So
they'd have to go on a slump.
Yeah, they didn't have to hit quite the slump, honestly. Madrid would have to pick up the points, and the way that Madrid's playing in the league, they're gonna have to pick it up if they really want to kick it in gear and really give them a run for their money. If not, I don't know. Hopefully we can get that result back in Copa del Rey, because we are 1-0 down in that aggregate. The game comes back to Madrid. I'm like 90% sure. Or it might even be in the Camp Nou. I'm not sure. I'd have to just look that up.
That'd be huge for them, man. Honestly, just confidence-wise.
Yeah. And then, of course, moving into the Champions League, where Madrid does a lot better. They got matched up with Chelsea.
When's that game coming up?
Let's see. So Madrid's got Chelsea on the 12th. They got Man City, Bayern, Benfica, Inter, both playing, or those four teams playing on the 11th, and playing on the same day as Madrid is going to be Milan, Napoli. So those are going to be all good games. It's going to be a really interesting road to the final, because winner of these games, so winner of Real Chelsea and winner of Man City Bayern, play each other in the semis, and then winner of Benfica Inter and Milan Napoli will play in the semis. So we got quite some good action. That's Napoli sick. Being a really dope story coming out of Serie A, because they've been having a superb campaign in their league. They're on their way to a Scudetto, as they call it in Italia, which is really dope, which is the league title in Italy. But yeah, so it's going to be some high quality footy. I hope Madrid can do well against a Chelsea team that hasn't been playing very well in the league. But then again, the same can be said about my boys in Madrid. So it seems that both teams, Madrid and Chelsea, kind of turn up for that, that Champions League anthem, and may the best man win, and we'll see what goes on.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, for Man U on the other end, in Europa, they're doing well. They just like you said, they got past Betis. They now have Sevilla for the next round.
Nice. Nice little FA Cup win against Fulham.
Absolutely. I was going to mention that right after that. April 13th. So I mean, it's kind of in the same
week.
Same time frame. Man, he's been good though. It's definitely been an interesting thing to see them just keep their level heads. I mean, they're pulling some Madrid stuff too, like with the comebacks in the second half. Yeah, that Fulham win, it was the game really changed when there was the red card from Willian.
Bro, it was a double red. We didn't realize. I rewatched the highlights, bro. In that same moment, Mitrovic argued Willian's red by bumping the referee. Yeah. So that gave him a double red, and Man U was like, "Oh, it's beast mode time," and they started attacking with some emphasis because they had the 2-man advantage.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, it was insane.
It was quick too.
That was a good game though. Once they got the first goal, they got the second goal in really quick succession as well. So I mean, that was awesome to see.
Salvador's first United goal.
Yeah, what a cheeky goal too.
What a cheeky goal, yes, cool. Indeed. I agree.
But yeah, Man U, they just got to keep on keeping on. I think
keep on chugging, man.
I think Ten Hag's a great coach for them. Honestly, if they could because City right now is in some crazy form. I would say
Haaland
City, it's Haaland and City. Because right now he is scoring so many goals. It's insane.
Almost had a double hat trick the other day.
Right, and I think Man U's really going to have to bring it to him to get this FA Cup final and just keep the dream on for getting as many trophies as they can.
Yeah, bro. Hopefully they can.
I'm proud of them regardless.
100%, bro. Hopefully they can match up with City in that final of the FA Cup and maybe turn the City red, brother. Who knows?
That's right.
Anything's possible in the beautiful game of footy. That's why we love it. That's why we love watching it, talking about it, and why we get so engulfed in it, man. Like, it's so great. Like, if you guys haven't checked it out on Apple TV, they just released a really dope doc on, like, the Real Madrid road to the Champions League. I think it's, like, Real Madrid Until the End is what it's called, and it's, like, 3 episodes about how they won the Champions League last year. It talks a little bit about how they did in the league as well, and it was super dope to watch, and just really appreciate the good memories that you can get from such a massive club like Madrid, you know, and I can, like, vividly remember where I was for each game, and even watching those games with Ant and us going crazy, watching those comebacks, and yeah, those will be games that I'm telling, like, my kids about, you know. It's gonna be dope.
I love it.
And it really was dope, so it's a good watch. Highly recommend it. And also season 3 of Ted Lasso, banger TV show. If you never watched Ted Lasso, check it out. It's fire.
Check out the 3rd season.
Yeah, they just dropped the 1st episode. 2nd episode of the 3rd season drops this Wednesday coming up. I want to say, I think they're dropping them every Wednesday. So got something else to look forward to on Wednesdays now.
Facts. And I just like to end that. I love the documentaries for sports that have come out, like the Michael Jordan documentary. Yes, that was sick. I think it's just so cool that it's being more frequent that we're seeing, like even if it's like toward the end of careers or like just wrapping up one season, dude. I think it's so cool. I'm excited for more of that to come. Realistically,
let me get you even more excited. We'll wrap up the pod on this. I do know. And I read somewhere a long time ago that for Kobe's final season, he had like a video crew, like a camera crew follow him around, and it could have been even for his last 2 seasons. So whenever that footage sees the light of day, are we in for a documentary?
It was a little emotional too, seeing because the most recent one was the USA, the USA
the Dream Team
we did
one.
See him.
And there was some
we did see him in that.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was some cool stuff. That was cool stuff.
Seeing the clip that was always viral on Twitter back in the day of like them eating the Wendy's at the gas station.
Yes, dude.
Yes, that's a fire video, and I love how like they had that.
That was iconic.
Yeah, that was dope.
Cool. What are the last things that we got to wrap up on the episode?
That was it right there. I was about to wrap us up, bro.
No, go for it.
I was about to go ahead and call me Santa Claus, or call me a little elf, because I'm rapping. And I'm wrapping up this episode with some gift wrap and a little bow on top. Ladies and gents, thank y'all again so much for lending us your ears, your eyes, your heart, your soul, and your mind as you listen to another great episode here with the Plant-Based Bros. We love you. We appreciate you guys checking in. Best way you guys can support us really is just hitting a little like on this video, hitting that subscribe, and if you're just listening along on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, give us a little 5-star rating. That good energy comes back to you. Give us some love. If you love us, show us some love on those ratings, on those reviews. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Make sure you have all the socials and you're following us on everything above. I've been your boy Meeks. It's always a pleasure being able to chop it up on the How You Doing couch with my brother, and it's a pleasure.
Man. That's right.
Yeah,
appreciate you, brother. Thank you all for listening, and we are out.
See y'all next time. Much love.